breath. I'm Edgar Snowden. My brother Eddie, you know about me, you don't. But never mind. I don't mind being the shadow brother, the hyper shadowed brother. Like Ted Diamond is the shadow brother to Jamie. But never mind. Today I'm going to read from I Am That, Nisargadatta Maharaj. He was an enlightened person. He's dead now, but dead don't matter to enlightened people, or so he said. He said it was perfect, including his dying, including your own, including my own, including taking a deep breath. Here, now, Om. Well, let's start with the reading, because the reading just amazes me. I'll sample it, but you can get it yourself. I Am That, Sri Nisargadatta Maharaj. It's available. I don't know where, but it's available. Here it goes. Questioner. It's in the form of dialogue, as you'll soon see. I am sitting in your son's house, waiting for lunch to be served. And I wonder whether the content of your enlightened consciousness is similar to my samsaric consciousness, or partly different, or totally different. Are you hungry and thirsty as I am? Waiting rather impatiently for the meal to be served? Or are you, the enlightened one, in an altogether different state of mind? Maharaj, there is not much difference on the surface, but very much difference in the depths. You know yourself only through the senses and the mind. You take yourself to be what senses and mind suggest. Having no direct knowledge of yourself, you have mere ideas, all mediocre, mediated, second-hand, mainstream, by hearsay, in the context of the Coke 1% master narrative official story. Whatever you think you are, you take that to be true. The habit of imagining yourself perceivable and describable, material, is very strong with you. I see as you see, hear as you hear, taste as you taste, eat as you eat. I also feel thirst and hunger and expect my food to be served on time. When starved or sick, my body and mind go weak. All this I perceive quite clearly, but somehow I am not in it. I feel myself as if floating over it, aloof and detached. Even not aloof and detached. Rather, there is aloofness, there is detachment, as there is thirst and hunger. There is also the awareness of it all, and a sense of witness, a sense of immensity, distance, as if the body and the mind and all that happens to them were somewhere far out on the horizon. I am like a cinema screen. Clear and empty, the pictures pass over the screen and disappear, leaving it as clear and empty as before. In no way is the screen affected by the pictures, nor are the pictures affected by the screen. The screen intercepts and reflects the pictures. It does not shape them. It has nothing to do with the rolls of film. These rolls of film are as they are, my destiny, lumps of destiny, but not my destiny. The destinies of the people on the screen, I am their witness. Questioner, you do not mean to say that the people in a picture have destinies? They belong to the story. The story is not theirs. Maharaj, and what about you? Do you shape your life, my perfect audience, or are you shaped by it? Questioner, yes, you are right. A life story unrolls, unfolds itself. I am one of the actors. I have no being outside that film, as it has no being without me as its witness. I am merely a character, not a person, impersonated. Maharaj, the character will become a person when he begins to shape his life instead of accepting it as it comes and identifying himself with it as if it were personal. Questioner, when I ask a question and you answer it, what exactly happens? Maharaj, the question and the answer both appear on the screen. The lips move, the body speaks, and again the screen is clear and empty. Questioner, when you say clear and empty, what do you mean? Maharaj, I mean free of all content. To myself, I am neither perceivable nor conceivable. There is nothing I can point out and say, this I am. You identify yourself with everything so easily. I find it impossible. The feeling, I am not this, neither am I that, nor anything, nor is anything mine. That feeling is so strong in me that as soon as a thing or a thought appears, there comes at once the sense, this I am not. Questioner, do you mean to say that you spend your time repeating, this I am not, that I am not? That seems ridiculous. Maharaj, of course not. I am merely verbalizing for your sake. By the grace of my Guru, I have realized once and for all that I am neither object nor subject, and I do not need to remind myself. Questioner, I find it hard to grasp what exactly do you mean by saying that you are neither the object nor the subject. At this very moment, as we talk, am I not the object of your experience? And are you not the subject of your experience? Maharaj, look, my thumb touches my forefinger. Both touch and are touched. When my attention is on the thumb is the feeler, and the forefinger, the self. Shift the focus of attention, reverse roles, and the relationship is reversed. The forefinger is the toucher, and the thumb, the touched. I find that somehow, by shifting the focus of attention, I become the very thing I look at and experience the consciousness it has. I become the inner witness of the thing. I call this capacity of entering other focal points of consciousness love. You may give it any name you wish. Love says, I am everything. Wisdom says, I am nothing. Between the two, my life flows. Since at any point of time and space, I can be either the subject or the object of experience, or both. I express it by saying, I am both and neither and beyond. Questioner, you make all these extraordinary statements about yourself. What makes you say these things? What do you mean by saying you are beyond space and time? Maharaj, you ask and the answer comes. I watch myself. I watch the answer arise and roll out, manifest itself, and I see no contradiction. It is clear to me that I am telling you the truth. It's all very simple. Only you must trust me that I mean what I say, that I am quite serious. As I told you already, my guru showed me my true nature and the true nature of the world. Having realized that I am one with and yet beyond the world, I became free from all desire and fear. I did not reason out that I should be free, I found myself free. Unexpectedly, without the least effort. The freedom from desire and fear remained with me since that time. Another thing I noticed, I need not make an effort. The deed follows the thought without delay or friction. I have also found that thoughts become self-fulfilling. Things would fall into place smoothly and rightly. The main change was in the mind. It became motionless and silent. Respond quickly, but not perpetuating the response unnecessarily. Spontaneity became a way of life. The real became natural, and the natural became real. And above all, infinite affection, love, dark and quiet, radiating in all directions, embracing all, making all interesting and beautiful, significant and auspicious. Questioner, we are told that various yogic powers arise spontaneously in a man who has realized his own true nature. What is your experience in these matters? Maharaj, man's fivefold body, the gunas, have potential powers beyond our wildest dreams. Not only is the entire universe reflected in man, but also the power to control the universe is waiting to be used by him. The wise person is not anxious to use such powers except when the situation calls for them. She finds the abilities and skills of the human personality quite adequate for the business of daily living. Some of the powers can be developed by specialized training, but the woman who flaunts such powers is still in bondage. The wise woman counts nothing as her own. When at some time or place some miracle is attributed to some person, she will not establish any causal link between events and people. Nor will she allow any conclusions to be drawn. All happened as it happened, because it had to happen. Everything happens as it does, because the universe is as it is. It is what it is. Question: the universe does not seem a happy place to live in. Why is there so much suffering? Maharaj, pain is physical. Suffering is mental. Beyond the mind, there is no suffering. Pain is merely a signal that the body is in danger and requires attention. Similarly, suffering warns us that the structure of memories and habits, which we call the person, is threatened by loss or change. Pain is essential for the survival of the body, but none compels us to suffer. Suffering is entirely due to the clinging and resisting. It is a sign of our unwillingness to let go, to move on, to surrender, to flow with life. As a sane life is free of pain, so a saintly life lives free from suffering. Questioner: nobody has suffered more than saints. Maharaj: did they tell you, or do you say so on your own? The essence of saintliness is total acceptance of the present moment, harmony with things as they happen. A saint does not want things to be different from what they are. She knows that considering all factors, what happens is unavoidable. She is friendly with the invisible, inevitable, and therefore does not suffer. Pain, she may know, but it does not shatter her. If she can, she does the needful to restore the lost balance. Or she lets things take their course. Questioner: she may die. Maharaj: so what? What does she gain by living on, and what does she lose by dying? What was born must die, and what was never born cannot die. It all depends on what she takes to be herself. Questioner: imagine you fall mortally ill. Would you not regret and resent? Maharaj: but I am dead already, or rather, neither alive nor dead. You see my body behaving the habitual way and draw your own conclusions. You will not admit that your conclusions bind no one but you. Do see that the image you have of me may be altogether wrong. You imagine yourself. That is wrong too. Your image of yourself is wrong, but that is your problem. You need not create problems for me and then ask me to solve them. I am neither creating problems nor solving them. I am. I take a deep breath. My perfect perfect audience. I wanted to share that with you. It's been an inspiration to me since Jack Kornfield read it to me at a 3-month retreat at Insight Meditation Center in 1975, introducing me for the first time to Sri Nisargadatta Maharaj. Thank you, Jack and Joseph. Thank you, 3-month retreats. I did 5 of them in the course of 7 years, from 75 to 81. They shaped what has since shape-shifted this possibility that us 36, the Lamed Vavniks, the Tantric, Ahimsic, Akashic, artistic, shamanistic, synesthetic Sangha, that we can be enough, dayenu, enough to ourselves that we can take a deep breath and share with perfect audience the truth, telling breathtaking truth to BFFs is a joy. Thank you for being in cyberspace and taking in truth. I leave you with a deep breath.